they've got a lot here, and some decent stopping utility as well. Felipa has that stun ready. Aftershock already deployed, slowing down the short push, but actually they burst through, and it's Amy to find two opening duels with Ascent flooding the site. The control is well and truly theirs. The map might be BBL's pick, but it started the victory for Ascend, unless Wenz, the substitute of the squad, the sixth player, a long-time sixth player, sitting in on all those pracs, learning the strats. Well, now she's out on her own, and it ends with a...
Have any information to go off of?
Well, that flash gives it away. Able to fall back in towards short. You know, really isolated position. They might want to try find that weapon on the side of Ascend. They certainly know where it is. The smoke obscuring vision for a moment, dancing through it, reuniting with alkyia on the backside. Actually gives BBL a spot to play for the retake. They don't have to make a move anymore, and it's Ascend that not only need the spike plant, but they need to avoid all this utility of paranoia, the double triple swings coming in around the back of the site. And it's BBL commanding a dominant score over this round with just Amy left and not a whole lot of hope on this. They know exactly where she is. The drone just to double down on it, get the reveal. The initial play on A. They've not got caught in trying to rotate to A or make moves too early. Now, the initial duel on A is not ideal for them. It looks like they still want to further push it. And the flash was good, but the conversion not quite there. Again, 1-to-1. Leaving Felipa alone on the site. Quick rotation from Vania. Now the cavalry's really here. That paranoia has hit, but the smoke blocks them out from capitalizing on it. Again, Ascend in this awkward position where they have a bit of site control, but they're not able to get the spike down. And you're left in a 1v1 with Amy already being seen to this round, and puts BBL neck and neck.
As Vania does throw down a dark cover here for short. They've got a read here, anticipating Ascend moving towards the safe site.
Oh, they definitely know. They have the same smoke, same idea to box them in. This time there's someone in the box with them. An opening duel found. The rest of the squad from Ascend floods in. But once again, they don't have a safe space to play from. Now they do. Finally dealing with Vania, claiming site control and setting up a 2v3 advantage for the attackers.
30 seconds left.
Turret spotted out Wenz in towards CT as well, just waiting for alkyia to have this upper angle, but retaking with the op makes it difficult for alkyia to find space.
It's tough. And will that op actually get an angle? It depends if there's an overextension to try and punish Wenz. It hasn't come through, though. Look at the patience from Ascend. They know they've spotted one player, but that second one could be a thorn in the side if left unchecked. alkyia does well, but two more to take down, and they're right down below. I don't think falling out of heaven with an operator is an ideal strategy for any player. So alkyia looks instead to save it. That op will be carried through, but the round will go back in favor of Ascend. The lead now being theirs 3-2.
Yeah, difficult. I mean, having to save that operator, something that alkyia does
extra cam. Oh, it's landed on the roof. It lands down below. It can actually block them walking out of garage instead. They'll be able to reclaim that space potentially. Some of the weaker weapons already landing damage. Vania able to follow through on a kill. Could be the swing from Wenz. Oh, the angle not quite there. And the stun fades, but oh, the Hunter's Fury's found its mark. And a shot from Felipa. It's all falling apart. Amy's left alone, caught in a laneway up against that ultimate is a tough spot to fight from. And you know, the big deal, that alkyia, with that operator saved, still hasn't had a chance to find its mark. Amy's in a lot of trouble.
She definitely is in a 1v3 situation. Only one away from the lockdown, though, after this plant is earned. So she can find something early, but BBL, they've also been able to pick up these rifles. And those mollies having been used in that early round on that execution towards site. Nothing left for the post plant.
Yeah, I think there's one still sitting up on that roof. Not too much use. Maybe if it was up top on B. Amy good for one. That spray was close, but the shot won't winning. We'll see if that's the case. The Blade Storm at least. It's going to be spotted.
That's the thing. We're really going to be looking towards Schnell on this. The flash point in, and Schnell's already dashed up. But great reposition from alkyia. B site in the hands of Ascend, but pressure on the cross.
Oh yeah, they've got this. They're hoping that they just extend that little bit further towards the back of B. I guess they don't need to on the side of Ascend, though. They've got plenty of players in there. They've got control over the gong. And there goes the Rolling Thunder, pushing them back towards middle. The push out now. Good for one at least. Amy landing 2 shots. Okay, it's getting a little ridiculous. A close one.
No.
And now a convincing one. This is devastating for the side of BBL. They were up against nothing.
The Rolling Thunder will be a great counter to that retake attempt if Ascend can find themselves in a post plant.
Yeah, for Hated just coming in with that Hunter's Fury as well might deter Wens from putting that down in a lot of rounds where Hated's still going to be alive. And towards the later stage, thrown right away, spotting a player on backseat. Paranoia used. That's going to be Vania retreating, but how far is she going to get? Hunter's Fury found its mark, but only for damage. Half HP on a couple of these players. Schnell to find the first, trade it out, but the trades keep on coming. In fact, it's BBL coming ahead. Shock dart's good. That's damage, but it's not enough. Still able to put up a decent fight here.
Ava?
Third kill for Ava. What is going on with just Joliinaa left? And the rifle finds the first and the second. You know, the desk was also pretty quick to say Angel is envious of. The poor guy gets thrown under the bus, but well, you all see a breach jumping out on A-Long, and this what is
no.
I mean, the C-Long put
position to try and corral into the spawn of Ascend there. Off the back of this alarm bot being taken down, Vania looking to play responsibly, using his paranoia to delay by time for the rotation.
Oh, wow. I mean, the utility here from Vania, not just that dark cover you mentioned, getting them past the alarm bot, but now the paranoia to slow them. That allows time for the stun to come in. Sure, Vania gets caught. Joliinaa was safe from the stun, but now they walk in. alkyia headshot found with the Marshall in hand. 12 seconds time is a big factor, and with 2 players left, this kill isn't even enough. The plant has to be secured, and Schnell has to gamble that this player isn't closer, or as close as they are, just about to round the corner. The reveal, guaranteeing she's still behind the box. Unbelievable. You know, we didn't get to see Haven out of Ascend yesterday. Falcons obviously banning that out straight away. Hello? Joliinaa's here in the spawn, committed to it, and almost got a shot off. This is huge. I mean, the fact that there's a player behind in spawn, these players have to check 2 angles at all times. Felipa's just gambling her teammate has her back, that player's run amok and ran elsewhere, and it looks like she's correct. The timing a little off as these long players have all been isolated in duels, yet Amy comes out on top, and Joliinaa, guaranteeing no rotations will take place, has left Vania, a big clutch player for the squad, someone that the desk had a ton of praise for in a 1v2. Both opponents relatively low, but that lockdown's going to cause problems.
Yeah, looking to buy as much time as possible there as well. The turret spotting Vania out causes trouble. They know that she'll be leaning over towards garage. Paranoia is still available though to try and zone out one player, catch one off guard. Amy's low.
Smoke just came online as well. Maybe a chance, but the paranoia is being dodged. The player spotted. Vania has info on one. The 30 HP on Amy. No idea where she is, and Vania diffusing, back turned, has to gamble on it, and it's Amy to win that.
That shift over, 35 seconds left on the clock. This is dangerous.
Lots of reveals as well, a ton of information to play with. BBL know what's coming their way. They'll find the first in trades, but they're not able to maintain that lead. Ascend quickly take control, and this lockdown now, last bastion of hope for the side of BBL. They hope to get absolutely anything done, and just one away from the Hunter's Fury. It doesn't seem to matter. They still get that lockdown out of play. As Wen's left alone. Her ultimate no longer
Guys, not
here.
the 1v1s.
Her rifle. It's all that she has to rely on. Another headshot. Boom! That's 3 so far, and 1 more left. The info in play, and Wen got it. All 4 kills. Avoided. Coming into fruition for BBL. That's a big positive. alkyia aggressive in the pistol. Doesn't look like we're going to have any combat. It's a full retake.
Yeah, that one around gives that extra breathing room to BBL as well in case this pistol round doesn't go in their favor. alkyia's about to walk into 3-4 players here, though. Not going to come out on top in that kind of duel. A little bit of chip damage to Amy at the very least, as Ascend look to push back in.
Yeah, burning up a lot of utility, clearing the site, but BBL are playing off-site. Look at the position, though, from Amy. It's great. She might be caught. Oh, okay, explain that shot. That doesn't make any sense. It's a headshot through the wall running, but the diffuse is on the way. It's already half. Body blocks all over. The spray's not close to being good enough. And just under their nose. Could be more than a half, though. Things keep going this way. Ascend trying to steal this out. Their map pick up next. What a fantastic start this would be. And we wonder about the pressure they might feel. This being their first grand final, they look at home so far. alkyia's right down in the spawn, but it's Amy to win the fight. Looking for more, finding more, but there's a follow-up. It was Joliinaa over on C. I thought would get a little more. You can see 11 health left on Eva, but she's alive. And she's out of here. Paranoia not going to land. but it does slow them down still. They're just grouping up. The 4 versus 2. No need to take individual fights here. Good attempt from Vania to catch a player out, but it won't work. And now they know exactly where she is. Very peculiar position. I think one that will catch you off guard a lot of the time. Battling Garage, and it's Amy to win. No lurk for Wens. Yeah, the op being up on top of short where it was is a little peculiar. Out here, though, much more normal position, locking down long. With it lost, Mobile Ascend's reaction B, it's the flood into the site, caught by reveals. They are shut down. And this now looks like a way back in for BBL, at least in this round, with a 2v4. And, well, look, they've got sight, but they're all just curled up there. They've got their angles covered, though, knowing players can only come out along and spawn right now.
Yeah, Joliinaa trying to find a pinch alongside Amy. There's paranoia available, though, to disrupt on this retake.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, it's gone out. It's actually hitting on short, but no one's really being peaked on short. Retake being played on A. You know, all this utility is being destroyed, and they've just backed out, and you can see exactly why once Amy puts that lockdown into play. But they're pushing mid. They're gambling that BBL are going to go back, that they'll leave when this lockdown comes into play. Now they know there's one in the window. The paranoia comes in immediately, and that's forced them back. Good.
Schnell caught off guard by that angle as well there, Mitch. Joliinaa, at the very least for the trade, Amy's about to get crunched, and alkyia has the pick. It's a re-hit towards this A site after disrupting that initial flank coming out from Ascent. I like the idea, but BBL were so quick to respond with paranoia of their own. The fault line, the flashes that came through to delay.
Yeah, the reactions were near perfect. And the flank as well, moving up through long, then moving up through heaven. The same thing happens. Really, really nice. Thinking on their feet from the side of BBL. That's not something that you can... Oh, nice position from Schnell. Almost got caught by the stun afterwards. That could have been deadly. Hunter's Fury to respond in kind. It's a round of ultimates with the Rolling Thunder in from Garage. BBL want to take control over the C site, or at least that's what they're telling Ascend. All the rotates have come in. All the players are here, except for Amy, who spotted that they're going elsewhere. They are running, turning tail and taking the A site with Wens lurking and being a thorn in this squad's side. A beautiful execution from BBL. And look, they know that Wens is around this area, but she's out of here. She's safe, and even resetting to hunt down further lurks. I've loved watching the recovery of this squad so far. Hello, that took a second. I was wondering. Wens has taken down another. The cost of this round increasing second by second. Joliinaa, though. Oh my. Now this squad of Ascend, they've got a lot of control on A. They've pushed up a ton, but it's elsewhere that the fight is about to come through. That lockdown, 5 seconds left, and it'll be detaining this site. Everybody's left it. And it looks like BBL will get a nice, clean, and free plant out of it. Indeed. Yeah, this retake's going to be... I mean, it depends on the space, because BBL, they have mid, but they want something else.
I like the way the garage window gets re-cleared here, though. Amy's still hovering around this C-Link, but playing far back until Ascend, the remainder of the team puts enough pressure on A-Link to draw the attention away of BBL. It's all going to come down to that timing fight.
Oh, okay. They've been spotted as well. Amy and alkyia now just have a duel to take, and the winner might decide the round. An extra angle to play from for BBL, but no, it's being denied. And now Ascend can at least feel secure in fighting this choke point, pushing forward. Great reveal! Great spray as well. Vania showing up close. It's here, though. As we've said, those ecos have been dangerous, and look, a different strategy. Paranoia doesn't land. Stun is good, though. And they're able to follow through with a kill. A little greedy in getting the rifle, though, and that will be denied. Oh!
Standing.
Okay, but Joliinaa being able to turn it into a 1v2 makes this a lot more doable. We can't forget, it's Amy. She's one of the players with the best headshot percentage in Game Changers EMEA, able to pick up a Vandal as well on this flank. I like how BBL have kind of flip-flopped the sights here, planting more for that CT, for this crossfire. Amy just needs to isolate one.
One enemy remaining.
Well, there's the first. Isolated indeed, and low HP left on Vania, but the shot is landed. Ascend see a stun. They'll return the stun in kind, but those players were stepped out of the way. BBL were ready for that to happen. Now they've got some space on the site. The smoke knockdown that we'd seen from the defensive side of BBL again and again. So they're actually able to flood in and take the site, but it's short that they don't have. Two players there. Joliinaa stepping forward, draws their eyes. Now the short players swing, but they're caught. Alkyia still trained in on that spot, able to react in time. Still ready for another player, by the way, watching the same angle. Ever diligent. There's no other angle to watch, so why not? But Amy, okay, now they're able to pinch it a little bit. Double peek, perhaps. No, the timing's slightly off, and even though schnellÄ falls,
has just been impeccable and unbeatable thus far. And here's the Heaven TP to finally come through.
Yeah, not with the spike. That's the key detail,
Yeah.
right? The big difference maker. Well, yeah, I mean, look, they've got that control now. I'm surprised Amy is still around here. She's feeling confident. Maybe she shouldn't be. That shut down from alkyia, and now a player disadvantage. Oh, she had it? I didn't even look down bottom right. Oh, no. I mean, it's one of those split-second decisions. You probably find yourself out there and then realize, oh, this would be better if I was back, but gotta commit. It's tough. It's really tough, and now this squad is in a lot of hot water, just running through this choke point one after another. They will be shut down. There was a moment where this didn't even look like Ascend's. It looked like it was dominantly Ascend's map. Pop, as it looks like Ascend want to take a bit of control over A slower than you might see sometimes. I hated the most not going for a shrouded step up on top of rubble like Ender was talking about. I will see a lot of that in the rifle rounds. Ooh. The stun's caught Vania a little bit, but it's okay. First player around the corner instead is going to be Wens. Spotting Hated, sending her flying and sending her out of the round. Quick trade though, and schnellÄ's not punished for it. The players have now gained a lot of control, and they're going to use that to muscle the B site.
Yeah, shifting on over, and B, it's a nice site to take, especially when you're taking control of one of these lanes early on. Upper in the hands of alkyia at the moment. Ascend not even fighting for it, instead looking to regroup as three to take double the broken door together and trying to clear out this flank as well.
Three players close. Big challenge for Vania. First shot not hit, and she's out of there. Not overcommitting. Especially not when you have exactly that. This is the agent change that's allowed them to cost those extra few seconds with the stun. Now the rest of the squad breaks through. alkyia not able to catch them on the way in. Some damage done. But the numbers are theirs on the side of Ascend. They have to get the spike diffused, using it to bait them out into the open. And the shot's not fully landing, but everyone's low. It's winnable for either side. And schnellÄ with 3, but time her ultimate enemy, it would seem.
The first look that we have towards A, once again, that 1-4 split. But BBL, despite pressuring towards this A site for these first 2 rounds, they have yet to actually try and take it in and of itself. We've seen Joliinaa in that solo anchor here before, and BBL, they push back towards B.
Yeah, certainly a favorite site for the squad, or at least that's what they want Ascend to think. Again, this squad has been very good at faking on the previous map of Haven. This one having quite a lot of space as well. They move towards B, but they leave the spike outside A, wanting to take it there after the rotations have come through. But Ascend are wise to it. They've caught a pick, and they've slowed this down, leaving BBL to make the next move, and the move will be to hit B, moving into this site. Oh, I might have called it too early. They're retaking space outside A, opening tree, but I imagine that's a fake.
Just looking for some information, drawing some of those eyes. It's working. Look at Ascend backing off of that B site as BBL slowly contact up. Wens with the information, not spotting anyone out over towards waterfall or upper. And an aggressive look here for Felipa.
Not a bad shot to start it off. A little late with Hated the most not being close to trade by. BBL now able to refocus, maybe even gather another weapon on their way through. And Hated is going to give it up. 12 seconds, but a plant uncontestable at this point. It's the right call to not try and deny it. There's the plant eventually. They even tried to hunt the kill. And the advantage here, they get to group back up, move in as a unit. The smoke, well, it might be a bit of a bother. But, no alarm bot to clear it out. Amy falling, another angle that's now locked down for the side of BBL. They know a lot of them are coming from the spawn. Those spams are close. The crosshair touched ahead a couple of times, but a bullet didn't fly out. Hated and schnellÄ picking up kills. Leaves just one. Eva all on her own. And with 2 players grouped up on the spike, the side of BBL caught early, though, with aggression coming out of Ascend. They've blitzed up on...
On now the shift over towards this B side here. They're looking again to pressure over towards B. Great nano swarm coming out from Amy to delay. Aftershock to come out as well. BBL though, they find sight. Ascend looking to just put pressure onto this plant. Showstopper comes out, shut down though by Wens in the crossfire. Just fights across the board here. The 2v2 situation. Vania with the dark cover from the shadows over towards B main, looking to get out. There's a lot of time to play with here. Still a minute on the clock. And Felipa in a difficult position though. They're looking to re-hit towards this B site. And overall, Ascend just looking to play safe.
Shadows
Welcome back.
Spike planted.
Well, we're just gonna get Mitch back online very shortly, so bear with me, everyone, for a little bit longer. BBL looking to group up here inside of Hobbit, an open plant for them, and no paranoia to deny. Joliinaa, though, has 2 snake bites still, though, to push off that angle.
Okay, Vania. Good chance if she can catch the first. The angle's a little wider than they'll expect, but even still, Hated is able to catch that kill. Stunned down. Felipa, position given away. The swing through while still... And having that 3-player stack towards this A site. 2, though, are locked out, leaving Joliinaa very much alone and bombarded by utility. No chance in those fights. Schnell does well, but the trade was there. Amy fell, a shot from Wens in the background. The Killjoy diff in play in this round at least, and it's going to amplify its effect. The lockdown coming into play, and response from Ascend doesn't seem to exist. The squad instead having to sit out and wait down this timer. The clock very much in BBL's favor. The weaknesses they have, I guess, made up for by the positions that they're in. The player on top has been, I thought, was spotted. Not communicated if they were. Alkyia able to grab one. Last packing around and staying alive, even falling down. Schnell's now left all on her own before making another attempt.
Oh, great. Michelle to try and delay. Vania's already on site. Speedowka does not know. Neither does Schnell, and she finds 2.
That's ridiculous. Vania had somehow flown under the radar, shrouding her steps on the way in. Felipa's gonna fall. Okay, look, there's a chance. Amy's got a lockdown now to use. That could buy serious space and time. Vania, though, wants to get an advanced position on it. The spray is a little labored, but it got there, and that forces everybody back. Kept out for now. Although they've got Hated the most, the site control is the real issue. The fact these players could take down Wens and just stick that diffuse, causing problems across the board. Reposition here. It's Wens falling back as well, baiting them into 1v1 fights, running down the clock further. Is seen on B. You imagine that it's going to be burned up. Alkyia is going into B all the way. Look at the space taken, and the shot is perfect. A headshot almost. Amy down, and Joliinaa doesn't have a chance to pop that pit. It's a risk if she decides to, and you can see why. There's no free space to play in. Great job with 2 kills, but is it enough? It's given them a fighting chance, at least, with the players flanking. Have already been spotted. They only know there's one of them. They don't know about that second player being Schnell. It could be the element of surprise that wins the day, but they've lost control over B connector. Now that is a huge problem. And the headshot even more so. This one's looking down and out for Hated. A big clutch needed. Smoke at least online. Look, that's going to be a headache for the other side. Another nano ready to throw, and Wens has just landed that. Time now truly in their favor. Taking this A site, but, well, it'll be slowed down a little bit. This lockdown, there's no way for them to know it. But it's buying time for Ascend to get up close, to make that flank happen. The reposition from Wens getting behind Rubble. A turret not spotting them till they're right up close. It could be part of the plan. That teleport is heard. Wens whips the fight, though. Hated the most. Grabbing them a little anchor to play from. Somewhere safe to stand and fight, and they've done just that. Kills across the board in favor. And the defensive side finally has some fight to it. This looks like BBL will be shut down at long last. With Felipa falling, it's confirmed.
Information to put pressure on this execution with the lockdown to buy time. It's exactly what happens. BBL might just have to turn around straight into Ascend's hands.
Yeah, this is perfect. Only one player now making it to the door. Everybody spread out, scattered, giving opportunities for Ascend to pick them up. 5 versus 4. Spike in tree. A site, though, has slowly been wrestled for by alkyia. It's cleared out a lot of this control. They can't feel very safe in planting just yet. That angle given up. Amy wins it. What? I guess the drop off the stairs. It was an unexpected height change. It's the best I can come up with. Well, that was an expected height change, I guess, that time. Unlucky. And now the spike is open to move to spawn and rotate all the way to C.
Oh, what a way to try to close that gap with that disadvantage in numbers. BBL running towards the C side, like you had mentioned.
30 seconds
Nothing
left.
available here for Ascend as far as ultimates go on this retake. Really gonna have to rely on speedowka being able to recharge the guiding light as they push back in. Parrot alongside schnellÄ's entry. She does have a boom bot available as well as paint shells. Trying to clear out towards Bend. HTM, that human recon dart that you mentioned, finds nothing over towards Mound as all 4 players of Ascent look to scale up main.
They've got the positions, they've got the util. Nade out already from schnellÄ, but that prompts the stun to come in. And it's beautiful. Catching schnellÄ on the way through. Eliminating the duelist. Another falling in the form of speedowka. Felipa's very low. Maybe something to be picked up on site, and indeed, Hated has the read on that smoke down. Angle blocked off. Joliinaa holding strong. But it's Eva. Oh, manages to line them up. That was by the Tiger, and indeed that is going to prompt the rotation yet again. Ascend happy to move things over. Paranoia slows them, buys some time. There's not much they can do with that time, though. Nade already burned up by alkyia. Blast pack in play, but it's just a sneak through the smoke to try and catch one. A double almost. Wen's able to capitalize for 2, and indeed opens the door for Vania to close it out with the spike planter drop. Hated the most, the last player with 15 seconds. Ran right past Vania.
Some rotations here. Joliinaa might get caught out with her utility.
That's so lucky. Oh, I mean, it didn't work out for Joliinaa, but the fact that she went for the door, avoided the full flash, was able to at least fight. Still, in a round like this, BBL shouldn't be looking this good. Player in towards the spawn, backing up the rest of the squad. 3 players on the site, and the trades are good. Even the boom bot trading out alkyia. Unfortunately, there's 2 more players alive. Showstopper used. They're both so close to each other. Nice shot to start. Vania's down. 12 seconds. The plant has to be secured or the kills.
Util actually on this B site, so not as much stall available here.
alkyia, what an aggressive spot to stand in. And without the kill, you're going to have to rely on a lot of stopping utility for this squad. Immediately, Ascend will blitz in, taking the control together. 3 players on site, 2 caught behind on the choke point. Felipa is able to isolate. Oh my god!
No!
3 kills through the smoke! It's looking likely for them to win. See if they've got something cooking, but Vania...
The alarm bot will give away the ruse, though.
I was thinking about that swing out through the smoke. I thought it was going to happen. It would have been crazy. It would have been silly. But it would have worked.
It would have been BBL.
It would have been BBL, exactly. Just controlled madness. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. alkyia's got it. schnellÄ down, and the numbers thin out once more. Good flash. Second to come as well. Felipa buying time for those seekers to fade. Now challenging on the site. And it will be at least the 1, leaving it in a 1v4. Nade, lockdown, absolutely everything used. Seekers chasing her, and so is Vania. Vania, a little less. Untouchable, unbeatable at the best of times. And now they're on their best map to try and close this one out. I mean, you know, very best of luck all around, but it's going to be a tough battle starting with the pistol. As Ascend on their attack, find 1. It's traded out, but that gives them the space to grab a plant. BBL waiting for the retake as 4.
Still not planting yet, though. Anticipating that instant pressure, just trying to tap it and bait these players out. But BBL, so patient. They even fall back from that paranoia. Thrown on Vania, trying to break this door, but a great one-way to delay here from Ascend.
It's well handled. Let's see if Ascend are going to be able to fight, though, after the battle comes in. That's a little awkward. Goomba stomped. alkyia able to take down speedowka. schnellÄ's going to take space, though. Look at this, a quick bit of movement with a frenzy in hand, and it looks like that might just be the factor that wins them the round. Just Ava left and tagged up through that smoke as well. The reload heard. They know exactly where she is or where she was, and the turret now, as dangerous as can be, they can just sit down and let this round win itself.
So Ascend know that there are 3 players stacked towards the A site.
Oh, Okay, alkyia got there in the end, but it's a little shaky to start. Trades, though, from Felipa. They're good to start with 20 HP, though the fallback not easy, not possible by the looks of things. Weapons to be retrieved, but Ascent still haven't dealt with all of these players. Vania sitting on the side. Support coming through as well.
Left.
Looks like Ava's going to be here.
Scanning
It's a
ahead.
great recon. Doesn't ping anyone, though, but the time is running down.
Yeah, 18 seconds. They've got to make a move. They've got to go for this plant sooner rather than later. But Wens could be flanking them out from tree. She's been heard stepping up close, hated, ready to take this fight. Two players on the corner beckoning her in, asking her to swing. And she will, eventually. But it's 2 kills that go her way, baiting them into that wide swing. One at a time they fall. Still, with 5 HP, the chances are low to convert this Joliinaa, the clutch meister. Safe distance as well. It's cleared out a lot of control. They're not entirely sure where Wens is. Even spamming inside the smoke. They have a good read on this. The suspicion is correct. And now they find out the hard way. Wens picking up one, repositioning, and Amy! A triple kill! She's caught them all, trying to burst back into the site, attempting to help out Wens. And that has
And actually,
me irritated, falling behind by this much on a map that's a staple of this team's performance.
She's so aggressive coming out for Vania. She looks for something, but it's not there. It's alkyia instead with the Vandal.
1 enemy remaining.
3K and Felipa to follow up. Amy alone not caught out by the 0 point. However, irretrievable here for the spike. Goes for the fight and a swing.
Missed, and the knife took away any dash. It's going to be a lot of space conceded by the side of BBL.
Yes and no. I think that knowing that Heaven isn't quite covered, they're still going to have alkyia posted up with the operator here.
That they are, and the dash was still online. Thanks, I guess, to that knife. Having landed earlier, at least they anticipated a paranoia. Plant going down towards Jenny. Everybody avoids the paranoia. Now they're ready to fight. Vania, good to find 2. Needs a little bit more. 3 might do. They are fragging on the site, but it has to be an ace from Vania. Or, hold on, maybe not an ace. The red is coming through. At least attempted. Looked away for a second. It's cost extra time. Felipa's back up. Here come the spams. No spams. In fact, just repositioning. Schnell's on the left. It's going to be checked, but not cleared. Vania down, and it's on Felipa to try and recover. 2 players, 1 unknown. Okay, there's the info. Both players quantifiable at this point, but defusing in this situation, it's next to impossible. They're both swung out. They're both denied.
Judge waiting around the corner.
Oh, this could be huge. That lockdown for A retake won't be necessary. It's the Judge up close, shredding them. An attempted res. Plenty of players here to spam. No, you're not getting back up. Not getting back in the fight, that's for sure.
30 seconds.
Some weaker weapons in play, but BBL come out looking strong. And the plant has gone in on A, but because Wens survived all this time, they can now make the very play they wanted to. That teleport is interesting. Great position. Joliinaa gets up in their face in heaven. But look, Vania, not expected in the slightest. That is huge. B main. Knife for back B. They thought this was going to be a much more passive hold, but BBL are still up close. Look at Wens' position. That flash, gorgeous though. No chance for Wens to do damage. Felipa, they know, was at least towards the spawn. Great lineup on the Hunter's Fury, following through with some fights. And the fact that Vania was spotted so early on, oh, they're not expecting Felipa. There's the flash. They know that she's here now. They'd spotted her just seconds before. 65 HP and not a clean fight taken. 3 players alive on Ascend, and it looks like it might be in the bag. Big clutch needed from Ava. And she's been unbelievable. Fighting it out with Joliinaa for the most clutches thus far.
But again, pushed off the angle.
Updraft dash, and it's caught a little short. Oh no, Schnell's fallen into the alleyway. Wens, though, I mean, I think every piece of utility on the other team landed at her feet. Oh, this timing is everything for Vania. They're all lined up. That's a quick and clean double, and the A side open for business. Ascend running it down to get that plant and claim what little advantage they can. How? Duel after duel going in her favor. She knows exactly where the last player is. The paranoia is perfect. And speedowka, okay, actually does very well. Good recon up top. Fired from outside of A main. Hunter's Fury to follow up, clear out some of these positions, but it's doing nothing for them. All the while, Vania is stood there now on 1 HP with 4 kills under her belt. Yeah, look, the cloudburst concealing, but not everyone was blind. Joliinaa still able to see. Is cleanly picking Vania. Oh, she's in trouble. She's out though. Okay, Vanya's safe. But there's still a couple more players here. Try and crunch on this Ascend squad. Felipa, lucky that she wasn't caught. That smoke just about blew me. She ran through. schnellÄ was ready.
Wentz has the lockdown though, not able to have that timing. The smoke dropping. Vania, good for another. It's a 2v3 situation. Ascend, plenty of time to pivot.
Yeah, it's the right call. It really is. Joliinaa out of there. They lose a player on the fade back, but at least time will be a little bit more on their side. One smoke to play with. Down below, wide open. That's a lot less on their mind, but 2 players towards short. It's not an expected play. In fact, it's going to be the late flank play. Joliinaa might be a little too late, though. She has to come back, and a 1v1 isolated. The spray good, though. A 3rd kill for Joliinaa. A 4th needed. 4 bullets down to just a few. Caught in the corner and taken down. This is a different squad. They play differently, and will the reads be the same? Have they watched the tape? Well, we'll find out soon. BBL. Well, oh, okay. They were in the site, but Joliinaa is able to shut it down. And so we've ended up with a split deep.
Spike in hand as well. It's all looking over towards this A side, but if they continue to go slowly, Ascend, they'll have the timing for that backstab. Smoke, not gonna actually clear out towards A main. BBL just poking up in towards heaven, seeing what they can find. Ascend playing it so quiet, they don't want to give anything away.
30 seconds left.
And there's the plant. Cemented now. A little open, allowing those heaven players to stay somewhat aggressive. It's Joliinaa who's going to have some trouble. And players to clear out on the way. The rest of the squad all grouped up together. They might almost just use the main body of these troops to distract, to draw the eye of their opponents. Oh no! Vania from the side! That's her 4th kill of the round! Oh, this pistol has fallen to pieces for Ascend, and it's just because of 1 player. So many of them about to burst through. And they've got the control for free, actually. The fight abandoned by Amy as she falls back towards the boathouse. 2 players here. Paranoia doesn't catch either by the looks of things, and hated the most. Okay, the first is found, but the trades are so quick and clean. BBL have now found themselves in a position with rifles in the back of that site, ripe for the taking, and a plant found, with the advantage being theirs. 1 woman up, and Ascend have to, well, clear everything on the way back through. Even schnellÄ, you know, main is clear. That's the call right now. And seconds later, Ava will actually be coming around that corner. She's biding her time for the time being. There's the info. 2 spotted close. They know where Omen is. They have absolutely everything to play with here. And nothing. It's going to clear up close on the right. Amy spotted. Hated the most. They've clocked exactly where she is. No utility that can save Amy from that position. Flash out. No peeks to come through on the other side. Very, very clean. They've avoided taking any unnecessary risks here.
There's a nice initial nanoswarm for the way too, but a quick flank already impending.
Here.
By the looks of things, Ascend actually have a bit of a fight to them in this round. Some teeth to the buy after all. Joliinaa's picked another. Vania up close, spotted on the way through, and they're trading instantly. This is looking clean with Felipa needing to clutch it out, and she Ascend stands strong still. Dash is coming in. The site about to be under heavy threat. The nade, though, does force their pathing to change a little bit. Amy up close, blindsided. Now the Odin on site, headshot angle, but, well, headshot is delivered to hate it. Ascend, well, 3 versus 5. Having to fight their way back through the recovered rifles. This will be difficult.
Variable removed.
Yeah, 2v5 situation. When still in logs, crossfires to be had. Just contact plays here. Vania looking to rotate over, be that first point of contact. Goes aggressive actually up against Joliinaa. We'll be able to comfortably buy into the next round, but money has run out, therefore hated the most in Amy. I think what's difficult is that we're seeing Ascend on this.
Expecting someone to be that close, like swinging right around the corner as she's looking to play her further away. So it ends up backfiring. This time the dash is, hey, it's going to be caught. I was going to say it's made it past the nade, but right into the waiting arms of schnellÄ. Now that's a better adaptation. Being able to take the fight on the player that you've put on the back foot, that you've made uncomfortable. Ascend may be able to reap the rewards of this, but it will be a retake on A. Again, though, a clean 5-man retake. This is what we wanted to see.
Exactly. schnellÄ also with the blade storm available if they want to take some of those upper angles. Vania's getting aggressive, though, into heaven.
Crazy. Oh, she's crazy. She's going for it. She's caught the first. Oh, but that's all. Thankfully stopped before it could get 2 out of hand. A trade down to a 1v1. Wens 23 HP. Lockdown, not going to be used here. Not too useful. Not with the time left. Oh, and the shot through the...
No!
What's happened? You get blindsided. You killed him. Oh, let's go defuse. Nope. Ain't that simple sometimes. Oh, Hunter's Fury. Look at it. Catching them all, sending them running. And Joliinaa's waiting. That's a response from Acend. Finally, 2 versus 1, 1 versus 1, and it's Ava. The player has been winning so many clutches this stage, and let's add another to the tally.
Every player on the side of BBL has that ability of heating things up. Speaking of which, alkyia, such a consistent tip of the spear for this team, finding 2 immediately on the entry. speedowka stuck.
Oh no! There was a lot going right for them here. There's a lot more going right. Amy's come in, sheriff in hand, and taking control of the round. Hated the most, was so unlucky to get caught through the smoke there. Bullets fully locked and loaded, ready to take these players down. First swarm already out, not doing too much. The second one, though, is going down below. They need to shoot this immediately. Oh, no, it's actually on the right side. And so Amy's able to post up. Used already to claim the space. Now BBL need another way to get into sight, and that's going to be the lockdown relied on. Is there a response from the side of Ascent? They don't really have enough to deal with it, and the shock darts in play, not enough on their own. TP to sight. Plant being stuck right after. They're very confident no one's going to walk out of spawn, and they're correct on their assumption. That's a plant in, a bit of site control, and a lot of main control. Somewhere that Joliinaa wants to fight for. Maybe pick up the straggler who sat out here on their own, but in fact, most of the team was there waiting. It's Ava to shut down Joliinaa. And alkyia to shut down the rest of Ascend. The Blade Storm coming into effect, finding its mark again and again with Vania on another. It's looking like it's done and dusted.
A lot more forward for the choke, but going back sight now. The full rotation here for Ascend. Timing on the other side of the map as well for the Killjoys.
Yeah, what's happening with Wens? She's still over on A. You have to wonder if the plan is to go all the way through. In fact, they're close on spawn. It looks like they might be fighting all the way in, and it's not gone according to plan. The last player alive on A, and even spotted by some residual KJ util. That's a tough one. And of all the rounds for BBL to take such an advanced risk, this one, it actually might have worked in some of the other rounds, especially where they dove back to site, played Boathouse. Instead, they've ended up in an unwinnable position. 10 seconds, everybody needs to peek, everyone needs to die.
That's the thing. It's also has not been two sequential rounds there for Ascend on this defensive side. Alkyia's already in towards straight after it's been cleared out by the Hunter's Fury.
The return didn't get them much, some damage. Alkyia on 40 would have been very, very squishy to that Hunter's Fury, but it won't happen. She's tucked in, watching the left side, a player coming from the right, the barrel not spotted. Now it is as they turn. speedowka does well to control that fight, but not well enough, leaving Alkyia on 10 HP after sustaining one more hit. And now a thorn in the side of this squad, as she could be lurking anywhere, anytime. A second lurk here in the form of Wens. Nice cancellation. No drone for them on the way through. A lot of info lost. But now they've gotten it. A player on site and a player in spawn. alkyia shut down on the flank. The B side is being committed to. Wens, though, the second flanker, not expected. On the back side, schnellÄ needs something. She has to go huge. These players swinging into the angle, and it's Ava shutting her down, following up with more. A final nail in the coffin. If they can eliminate Amy, they're at least guaranteed that overtime. And a victory still possible. Amy's third of the round, but the backstab, it's coming in. And there it is. Well, they haven't lost a series this stage. BBL have been looking untouchable. But this time, they've lost a player on the way through. Felipa quickly taken back up, pulled up by her bootstraps as they look to take the A site and find that plant in. What's the response? Well, it's Joliinaa spamming in the smoke, eliminating Vania. A big kill and a big player to eliminate on the other side. Someone that's done a ton of the heavy lifting for this squad thus far. An operator spotted up top, shock darts in, bouncing around, dealing damage, not canceling out the drone though. So there is still going to be information on the way back through. Well, they couldn't see with the drone, unfortunately, but that doesn't stop them from eliminating Felipa, and the dominoes start to fall in their favor. Overtime locked in.
Push.
Yeah, it also gets BBL into new positions, having seen that there's players outside of A main. You see Felipa drop down. You see the nade go through, and soon we're going to have the trigger for Ascend to dash in. There it is, already on the site. Good kill to start. Vania cut off. A flash to the right. Felipa swinging, but she's blind. Not able to get much done. The spray wasn't decent, but it's hated the most. Answering every single mistake of BBL with a bullet to the head. Wens has to clutch it. She's found one. They know exactly where hated the most is. Right down below. The drop is in, but Hayden's got it. The ace to put it. They haven't spotted her in the corner. Oh, that's an awkward fight for speedowka. One you really want to see her win. Now they've got B.
The fast flank as well. I think had the paranoia not slowed things down, Ascend were looking for a very early fight. Find another. Equalized 3-3 now. Aldrone doesn't spot anything out quite yet. Felipa tucked in. Ava though. Big, the wall bang. Huge from Amy.
Shutting down Ava in these late stages of the round as well. Oh, what an important facet to your victory. Flash out from Felipa right side, but Hated wasn't blinded. Used the flash as a contact point, and she's got another round for the squad. A double finally, and of all the
Using it.
well, we're gonna have an aggressive start to this. Dash out from alkyia, avoiding that paranoia. She falls, or at least avoiding the consequences of it. She falls back to the site. A little bit of control over heaven. Players dropping down, giving them space, allowing Ascend to occupy it and take some duels onto the site where there's sheriffs in play, where the range advantage is tangible, but they're not stopping there. Ascend are moving to the spawn of the defensive side. They want to attack all the way in, but Felipa stopped them. She has some support. 2 more players that are back. So they realize the weakness is here. They'll move to the site. They'll isolate them. alkyia alone, and actually still getting one.
Still getting aggressive though. The dog just in time. Concussed on Joliinaa. She comes out on top. The concusses. They've consistently been seen as buffs here for your opponents. Down to 1v2 here for speedowka. Both sticking together, looking to take these gunfights in time for BBL to actually push through. Very deep angle there for Amy to try and catch the timing on this rotation.
She's done well. Finding one and getting out. It's all you can really ask from her in that position. Vania on the site, swinging around. The flash was good. No conversion on it, though. Vania eventually finding one, caught teleporting, and actually ends up getting one. The fake completely caught them off guard. It unwittingly drew them into Wens, who ended up getting caught. A valiant attempt. Now Vania moving forward with the sheriff, having dropped the Spectre behind. There's a weapon to be retrieved right there, and it's recovered. She knows that Amy might be trying to flank. This angle is going to be cleared. Amy caught off guard. A 3rd kill. And now this gets very scary. Still full on HP. The one thing going for the side of Ascend, Vania is only 1 player. They're going to spot where she is as she makes her way out. So now the information is there. There's no need to peek unless you've got a team. Nice shot. Pretty passive stance. Oh, and the timing is perfect. They stood right on the gap. A clean and, well, very easy kill for Felipa. Didn't even have to adjust the crosshair. Just a reaction shot. Now the advantage is huge for this side. Big mistakes needed by the side of BBL to give this one away. And Amy not even able to support. The utility keeping her back for a moment. Felipa and Vania both solid. They know exactly where Joliinaa dog goes out, trailblazing the B site. They're going to realize that it's wide open, and good night to you. Good trade, though. Felipa realizes that running will do her no good. The only choice was to take that fight and at least make it a trade. And an ultimate where you trade life for life, it's not that bad. Thing is, Raze has already done her job. Claimed space, gotten the team to the site where now they're planting. The teleport, the shrouded step, heard but not quantified. They don't know exactly where that player's gone. And with Joliinaa falling, things start to heat up. The BBL side has the advantage. Will they hold on to it, though? No, they won't. Left down to Wens, the flash, good! Just on the side itself with 2 players in heaven. They're ready for this play. They might be able to cut up these players just a little bit. Divide and conquer. Wens already on the double, and they haven't found Felipa on the site. And what a timing on that swing. Oh my. This is starting to fall apart for the side of Ascend. Not a sing. This is a squad that will fight tooth and nail. They want to be booking their spot in Sao Paulo, but still quite a long road ahead of them to get that done. Reveals, not catching much. They get another chance in a second. especially with the paranoia slowing them down slightly.
That was a nice response to that guiding light. I ended up tagging one with the camera. Going to be taken down now. Heaven Control had here, but look at the positioning of BBL. They're all crossed up here for the drop.
Oh, the blast pack out as well. Just so much space being taken. They haven't seen Vania, but she'll only get the one. A rare occurrence, seeing Vania only capitalize on one kill. And one that BBL can be, or rather Ascent can be quite thankful for. They've now got a plant and the advantage. At long last, gained control over this. Hands back on the reins, and it's just alkyia left alive with an operator.
Hubby.
Yeah, they're not moving towards the site just yet. It's another Heaven play. Quite passive, as we've said before, from BBL, at least in the past. This time, though, Vanya's up close, and she is caught by a lot. They look to pressure in and crunch. And look, they at least get a kill for their trouble. That could have been very bad. Ava in that position especially, but only the one to be found. Look at that. A shutdown from Wenz. Quick peek, and no one else able to take the trade. Spike to be recovered, and Ascend looking a little lost. They still have to decide on where they want to take it.
Yeah, and Vanya's already pushed all the way up. Joliinaa not going to be aware of it. The angle had missing at first, but not quite quick enough. Having that smoke being pulled out. Now it's all down to one. Amy, spike in hand, looking to rotate towards B. 1v4 situation's a lot to ask for out of this player. I mean, she is insane. Most likely will take 1 to 2 down with her while she's at it. But BBL, they've been very consistent ensuring that they're available for their trades.
Planted the spike.
Yeah, Amy, top 5 clutchers so far, but yeah, it's not quite enough. Not up against this squad. As we blast packs out, space being taken. It's only around the right side. We've seen this a couple of times, but Alkia's also seen it. She started to read it, realize exactly what's going on. And a retake of that space gives them the site control, main control, and most importantly, the spike control. Now holding it down with an operator, Amy stands practically no chance in swinging into Alkia's angle, but she doesn't know that. Well, she does now. Well, the human recon dart used. It's time to take space. Getting down to the site. And Joliinaa has managed to sneak up behind. No one heard the steps. She was running. It was like a stampede. But this is one of the things. So much chaos on the site as they were just diving down that it's completely caught them off guard.
It was paired perfectly with the flash coming out from HTM, I believe, just to cause that additional chaos. Wenz, a little peek with the camera. Doesn't spot anything out. Very aware that there's player double stack.
All right, well, look, Wenz is, wall banging with the camera first, and now with the weapon. Stun going to go through, flash out. They look to seize the space. Paranoia not going to catch the players up in Heaven, but, well, the triple swing certainly will. Flash around the corner to try. Ava, so good in these clutches, but the time is not on her side. In fact, I think it's already too far gone. 4 players up close. Flash. Point of contact made. That stun, though, it has caught hated the most, who somehow is able to survive and thrive. speedowka getting the kill with utility after. And that comes as quite a shock.
Peek out through mid. Very nice from schnellÄ. Getting picked apart here for BBL. An overextension as well from Wenz. I mean, you like the idea because you're trying to find an early fight, try and even these numbers and bring it more to a close, but this time BBL moving together.
Yeah, I like it. It's just grouping up as a team and to pan out too well for the players on the other side. Well, the spidey senses must have been tingling as they're taking it towards the A site. A weaker position for the defensive side, but still 2 players on the site, and quickly those reinforcements are coming through from spawn. It'll be hard to isolate these fights. Oh, maybe not. speedowka's really close. Oh, that's terrible. That's a weapon picked up, and now Amy under heavy threat. Triple swung back site. They got the plant out of this.
30 seconds left.
This should have been an easy round. It was classics and 1 set of light shields. And now we've ended up with someone give Vania the weapon. She's got light shields. Oh, no, it's Ava, actually. What am I thinking? You want Ava to have this weapon 10 times out of 10. A stun, ready, and at the... look, using it to just cancel out the nade already. Good to deny that space for free. Vania caught by the flash, but that's okay. It was all for Ava just to convert that kill, slow them down even more. And Vania now is close. She's going to grab the weapon on the way around. Maybe even more. Look at the HP. Oh, no, the reload. Caught in the open. That was a little awkward. Going to be the job of Ava to hold down. Not a player I'd want to be running up against. Wenz on the other side. Okay, she's in the open. She's stunned. 1 HP, but 3 to be exact, but effectively the same. That's a rifle retrieve. That's a big advantage for Ascend compared to where they were just a moment ago. Another kill for
Joliinaa?
Joliinaa. This is starting to get a little scary. Caught out, teleporting up top. It's going to fall apart. Vania's only got one more left to take down. Joliinaa. Time not even close. Have to land their shots. Light shields across the board. Already, there's issues showing for this defensive side. Those issues are only going to multiply if this continues, if they lose this one.
Yeah, first trip taken out. The second not expected, though, in that little cross, but no one available to actually play off of it on the side of Acend Rising. Again, going for that aggression. BBL are not afraid to push in towards spawn, cut off these opportunities for Ascend to push back in. Great paranoia to counter.
That's a really nice paranoia, but Ava, again, is able to just do the unimaginable. Sure, she gets caught fading out, but the advantage remains. Still a 3 versus 2. The flash out, and both of these players ready to peek. Felipa doesn't have any utility to work with. Didn't. Rather, the stun just came back online, and it's going to be used. It's caught Joliinaa. She's teleporting. Okay, the shrouded step not actually detected in Felipa. She spotted her, but now the fight has to be here and now.
Towards this B side, Seekers are out.
This area has been largely unchallenged for a couple of rounds. It makes sense that they want to take it here. Schnell, though, the first to find one. I thought that could have been Ava with more, and the damage was certainly done, making it easy for Vania to trade over. The timing near perfect, but the stun has slowed Vania down. Otherwise, that could have been Schnell in the ground already. The flank, though, hasn't been spotted or detected. Wen's up top, caught one, and a showstopper lands nothing. If it found something, the show might go on, funnily enough. With the showstopper for BBL as they look to push up to 12, would be finding both of these kills. Movement from both squads. Vania up towards heaven, moving into mid, wanting to get down in vents, and like ships in the night, just a few seconds apart, you'll see this peek out of Ascend as they clear heaven, but it's too late. Little do they know that these players have moved to the other side of the map. Maybe that camera will be popped. You know, look at the position Cypher's in, though. You're not going to pop that for another couple seconds at least. Eventually, there you go. It's too late. They're already on site.
30
The
seconds left.
timing there, especially with Wen's now tucked away in ramp on top of that. The singular trick broken as well. They know one is playing on site at the very least, but it's planted for this heaven play. Wen's just has to buy enough time.
It's so nasty. And it all comes down to timing here on this peek from Wen's. Trap broken, there it is, and Wen's has got them both.
Days of officials under her belt. speedowka early peak. Rolling Thunder canceled. Why do you swing wide there with the ultimate?
Yeah, that's a big mistake, and I think you start to see, you know, fatigue late on into the day. It's been a long set of games thus far. Wen's, oh no! After everything she's done so far, the consistency has just fallen off in this round. But will it even be enough? Alkyia is still popping off. Left on 16 HP, but a Blade Storm used. Paranoia ready for Vania. It's caught them all. They're blind and in the open. Vania's safe. Back on the site. Ready to double peek. A flash primed and ready. Felipa hasn't even got it in her hand. She's just going for spams in the smoke. This game is feeling like it's over and looking like it too. Undefeated in this stage. BBL have locked in their spot, going all the way to Sao Paulo. They are the best of the EMEA.